Hello, class. So let's talk about the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears that we read this morning. If you remember in this story, the main character was a girl named Goldilocks. Goldilocks went on a walk. When she was on her walk, she found a house. It was open and no one was home. It was the house of the three bears: Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear. She went in their house, tried all of their porridge. She sat in their seats and even laid in their beds. And then, when the bears came home, they found Goldilocks sleeping in Baby Bear's bed. So that's what happened in the story today. What we're going to learn to do now is how to summarize by finding main ideas. Summarizing is when we gather important information and we put our ideas in order. We do this by finding a main idea. We also have to put into certain spots a beginning, middle, and end of the story. We're going to do this on this graphic organizer. Okay. So, can everyone go sit on the rug and sit next to your partners? Remember, so summarizing is us gathering important information by finding a main idea. So first, we're going to start off by writing the title right here in the title column. So that is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay. So now we have the title. The next spot is for the main idea. So, a main idea is a theme or a lesson in a story. So it's what you learn from reading the story. So, for this story, it gives us lessons based on Goldilocks' actions. We know that when Goldilocks was in the bears' home, she ate all their porridge, she sat and broke their chairs, and she even slept in their beds. So, this action that Goldilocks took actually hurt the bear family. So, we could say for the main idea that your actions could hurt others. So, I'm going to write that down on our graphic organizer. Your actions could hurt others. So we'll write that for the main idea right here. Okay, so once we have the main idea, we have to fill out the rest of the chart. So we're going to start by filling out the beginning section. So in the beginning of the story, I know that Goldilocks is going on a walk and she finds a house. The house is the home of the three bears. She sees that the house is open and she goes in. So that's what happened in the beginning of the story. So I'm going to write on our graphic organizer that Goldilocks finds a house on her walk. The house is open, so she went in. Goldilocks finds a house on her walk. The house is open, so she goes in. Okay, so that was what happened in the beginning of the story, we know. So now we have to fill out what happened in the middle of the story. So we know that in the middle of the story, Goldilocks was in the house, and that's when she ate the porridge and she broke the bear's chairs. So I'm going to say Goldilocks was in the house when she ate all of the bear's porridge and broke the bear's chairs for the middle section. Goldilocks was in the bear's house and She ate all of their porridge and broke their chairs. So that is what happened during the middle of the story. Now, at the end of the story, if you guys can remember, that is when Goldilocks went and found their beds. She slept in Baby Bear's bed, and that is also the time when the bear family came home and they found Goldilocks sleeping in Baby Bear's bed. So for that one, we are going to write that Goldilocks tried out all of the beds and fell asleep in Baby Bear's bed until the bear family came home. So, Goldilocks tried out all of the beds and fell asleep in Baby Bear's bed. And then I'll write, when the bears came home, she was still sleeping in Baby Bear's bed. Okay. So now we filled out the graphic organizer. We wrote down the title of our story, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We wrote down our main idea, your actions could hurt others. The beginning, where Goldilocks finds a house on her walk. The house is open, so she goes in. The middle, Goldilocks was in the bear's house and she ate all of their porridge and broke their chairs. And the end, Goldilocks tried out all of the beds and fell asleep in Baby Bear's bed. When the bears came home, she was still sleeping in Baby Bear's bed. So now, I'm going to give you guys a short excerpt, and we're going to read that and try to fill out a graphic organizer together. Okay. So for my We Do Together, I'm going to hand out a short excerpt called The Ant and the Grasshopper, and then we'll work together to find the main idea. And then for the You Do, I'll have students complete the graphic organizer and find the beginning, middle, and end. And then for the closure, I'll just go over and have each student share their ideas about what they thought the beginning, middle, and end, and what they thought the main idea is. And then I'll write down on my graphic organizer what the students said, and then I'll collect their worksheets as a way of assessing the students.